We all tend to like these arbitrary numbers that have some kind of milestone here, and this being the 100th weekly 5 I've done for a little activity I started a couple of years ago. I wanted to make sure we looked at some of the big issues that we have in our schools, which is mainly school improvement. My name is Wes Hickey, Director of the School of Education at the University of Texas at Tyler. And in this weekly 5, we want to look at the 3 key levers for school improvement. Now, this particular model has some very important areas that I think we need to address. Now, my bias is that if you do not have a safe, orderly environment to start with, then almost nothing else matters. So you've got to have the discipline under control, you've got to have the classroom management, the campus management all addressed before you can go any further. But I do believe in these 3 levels of improvement, there are some areas here that are vital. The instructional leadership team, professional learning communities, and instructional coaching, and we're going to look at each one of those briefly in the next slides. First of all, the instructional leadership team. Obviously, this starts with the campus principal and any other administrators you're going to have there. But I tell you, it also includes bringing in your teacher leaders. Now, they can be department chairs, they can be whatever you want to call them somewhere down the line. But every school has a group of teachers that are great at what they do. And we need to leverage that greatness. We need to give them the opportunity to teach others, to put them in positions of leadership to make sure that they can advance the mission of the school. And so that's the purpose of this instructional leadership team. I know early on, my first couple of years as superintendent, what I tried to do was to bring in the teachers that were great at some particular area and have them teach others. And I did a survey to determine how effective that was. And really, learning from their peers made a big difference. And it made a big difference in the overall culture and climate of that school. The other thing is instructional coaching. We see this is a big buzzword right now, but it really just simply means that as administrators and as leaders of the school, we've got to go in and tweak aspects of all of our teaching in order to better impact student achievement. So that ultimately means that we've got to be in the classrooms, that we've got to be very knowledgeable on our own end for instruction and curriculum issues, and we've got to do whatever we can to be able to make the small changes and provide that support to make teachers that much better. A lot of times we have teachers that understand that they're struggling in a lot of ways, but they don't feel like they have that support to get better, and we've got to provide that support. And the third area is the professional learning communities. Guys, being able to sit down with others either in the same discipline or in the same grade level or in some way that shares some of the same kids, to be able to determine the issues of those kids. I'm telling you that there are several things that these PLCs can do. And one is look at kids that are struggling and really kind of delve in as to what kind of background this kid has, what may be going on at home, what can we do as teachers to impact them in schools. And I tell you, because those kids are oftentimes very difficult to work with, being able to look and rely on each other to be able to find ways to do that is important. And the other thing is definitely look at the data, because in a similar vein, if we look at the data and see who is struggling, we can also work together to try to improve that. And even with that, not only do we look at students, we also have the opportunity to learn from each other and to get better as professionals because others around us have strengths that we don't have. And here at UT Tyler, let us know what we can do, and remember to inspire and educate, be architects of human potential.